Hello everybody, I'm here at Trident Electronics, and I'm recycling a broken video card. You can tell it's broken because it says broken. Now while I was here, recycling responsibly, come here. Look at this. What even is this? Thermaltake X from the XP days? Look at this. I have no idea where these came from, but I like it. And I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal it. Ugh. Now I really have my work cut out for me. What am I gonna do with it, you may ask? I haven't decided that yet. It's very old. He's gone. Good thing I brought gloves, and I found this screwdriver here. Oh. Hey everybody, does that look familiar? That's Mr. Yeaster's epoxy. Oh, this is the epoxy CPU. Look at that. See? Everything gets recycled here at Trident. Nothing goes to waste. All right. Oh my God. Nothing. Let's get out of here. Have a good day, Steve. This is a Thermaltake Xazer III. See kids, X used to be cool. Before they started throwing X's everywhere, this was the original X, the XP days. This case, I can't tell you much about it. It's an interesting little case. It has a little flip up doodad with a firewire, I think that is, and a microphone USB. Is this vent functional? Yes, this is a functional vent. Look at that. That's the best you got back in 1969. You got one tiny little fan blowing up the top, all the hot air coming out the top. This thing must have been sitting in the recycling pile for a while. It has a little PS2. This is what I'm guessing. This is a server. This was a server. Oh, the poor thing. Look how disaster it is. Well, I don't know the story of this, and if I hadn't stole it, I probably could have asked somebody. I mean, even if I did ask somebody, I probably wouldn't remember what they said. But, you know, good thing I have Plod.
It's tough to keep track of things in my busy repair shop, from scheduling appointments or providing a summary of a consultation, to reminding myself to order more laptops during a busy week. I try to take notes on my phone, but by the time I find it, unlock it, find the app, open it, and start typing, I already forgot what I was trying to remember. And if I try to do voice commands, it somehow ends up trying to order a pizza or giving me directions to Mars. So when Plod reached out to me about their AI note pin, I was intrigued, because this tiny pill-shaped device transcribes conversations with the press of a button and summarizes them into a template of your choosing. There are over 20 professional summarization templates, and you can customize your own to suit your specific needs, like one that gives me a summary of a complex repair job or consultations. And with 112 languages being supported, transcriptions will always be crystal clear. It even has voice print recognition thanks to its advanced AI, which means once a particular voice is labeled as Andy, future recordings will automatically identify you as Andy. This is helpful when I'm having a conversation in the noisy shop that I know I'll forget 10 minutes later. Even more helpful is Ask AI, which, upon request, will search and find information from past recordings or summaries with the ability to turn them into conclusions, key metrics, to-do lists, etc. It can also merge audio clips into one and automatically detect and delete a voice you'd like to mute. Now, the audio data on Plod Note is initially stored offline on a storage chip in the device. When files are transferred to a phone, they're saved only on the user's phone. If the user opts to utilize AI services, then the data is securely encrypted and uploaded to global leading cloud service providers located in the user's region, including Google Cloud and AWS. On top of that, it's not some ugly distraction that ruins your drip or draws attention away from your beautiful face. It's a tiny device that can be worn all kinds of different ways thanks to its compact pill-shaped design. You can wear it as a pin, clip, lanyard, or wristband, and pair it up to different outfits and scenarios, like an interview, lecture, or during a complicated repair like I'm doing here. All in all, the note pin has genuinely made my days run smoother inside and outside the shop, and I really wish I found it sooner. So don't make the same mistake. Go ahead and check it out for yourself by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment.
I'm sorry I can't refurbish this thing. I know you guys are like, are you gonna build it into a gaming PC or are you gonna refurbish it and put it to use? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. But what I am gonna show you today is what happens to computers that aren't able to be used again. This thing is actually that heavy. I'm not kidding, this thing is very heavy. First off, let's see this case. We have two fans. What are these? I don't know. Two 69mm fans with little dust filters. I don't know where this thing was located. So we're just gonna disassemble this entire computer. Bring back orange fans, man. We lack color. There's a lack of color. Orange fans, purple yerple. These dust filters have seen better days. Look at these puppies, huh? That's some gooch. That's some gooch. So let's see what we actually have in here. Let's start by taking apart the fans. Easy things that just come out without having to screw. Some more fans right here. The one at the top, they're connected to a fan thing in the front right there. What kind of hard drive is this? IDE hard drive. Look at that, IDE. From what year? 2004. Wow. That hard drive has seen much better days. Disconnect some Molex adapters here. We got some hard drive. Oh, we got a ton of little hard drive. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. They provided the hard drive caddy with the side mounts back in the day. Back in the day, was that 21 years ago? You could actually buy stuff and it included accessories to help you out. Nowadays, you can't buy anything with accessories. You have to, everything's a subscription. You want to use this? It's gonna be $10 a month to use that. We used to be a proper country. Were we ever though? Another funny thing here, guys. The quality of this plastic is much better than what I see nowadays. This is like rubber plastic. It's interesting. I don't know if I'm just a boomer booming here, but let's continue. I will properly unwire these fans because these fans are probably still good 21 years later. They're old enough to drink and also they probably just reached their prime. Wow, this is a 20-pin ATX power supply. This is the OG power supplies. Yeah, way back in the day. The 400-watt power supply as well, 400 watts. No, you don't need back in the day, you didn't need 6,000 watts to power your waste of sand RTX 5050 like you do now. Thieves. Next, we want to remove the Ethernet card. What is this? Is this even Ethernet? No, it's a phone line. Do you guys remember phones? Yeah, neither does this thing. Good thing I'm wearing surgeon's gloves. What else we have here? We have a cool little Gucci heatsink. Cables. Ultra ATA 133 cable. The mass, oh, you can't say that anymore. This is the hard drive cable in little sheaths that look like they're automotive. I feel like I would find this on the Porsche or something. Next up is the RAM sticks. 512 megabyte PC 3200 CL3. I think this is just DDR. Dance Dance Revolution. Now this computer is at the end of its life. It can't be reused anymore, which means it can't be resold. So this is what happens when it's dunzos. The case can probably, technically, still be used, but at this point, everything is worth more broken down and recycled than it is as it is. Maybe the motherboard's worth something sometimes if you get a certain model of a motherboard. There's still a lot of companies that use antique software or hardware like this. You know, the airport runs off of Windows CE 3 or something. So you never know if what something is worth. That's up to Trident to figure out. I'm gonna take out the motherboard, rip out all the rest of the cables here, and something that's interesting to me. 21 years. Bullshit front panel pins. ATX is so damn outdated, but let's get this motherboard out of here. The idea is to recycle every single thing in here. Find a home for every single thing. Even if that home is a smelter, where it gets melted and sold to a company that uses it to build another CPU or, you know, a golden dildo. Crack is a substance, not an item. That's the last screw for the motherboard, and now we should have release. Finally, we've reached release. At one time, I'm sure this was very powerful. NVIDIA Enforce 2, MCP. Just imagine how powerful this was at one point. This was peak. This was probably, what, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $9,000, $10,000? It was a lot of $1,000s. Now the heatsink, I'm sure, is probably valuable, so we're gonna remove that fan from it. That's surprising. The fan, I would expect not, the bearing doesn't even work, but it looks like the bearing's fine. Is it loose? No, wow. This is how you learn hands-on skills. If you want to learn dexterity and how to take things apart, get some old desktop that has been abandoned and take it apart. Get used to unscrewing a screw. Get used to clips and cables and all that stuff. Put it back together, see if it works. If it doesn't, oh well, you're out, what, 20 bucks or something like that. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. Don't learn on other people's stuff, because that's not good. You don't want to do that. All right, let's take this heatsink out. There we go. Oh man. Thermal paste from the Mesozoic era. And this is an AMD Athlon, was it XP, right? Oh wow, the temp sensor. I don't know, did you just see that? The temp sensor was smushed between the heatsink. That's in that little gap right there. And there's padding on the CPU. This is interesting. That's holy crap. That thermal paste is still pasty. That's wild. That's wild, man. That's the biggest surprise of this whole thing. This thermal paste is still kicking. So this might remind you of the same design from now. This has always really been the same design. CPU comes out just like this. And there we are. I don't know what this is. Well, there it is, that's the CPU. This is gonna get recycled as well. This has gold in it, that's gonna get recycled. We're almost done, this heatsink comes out. Now, you know what, before I do this, actually, I lied. Before I do this, I'm gonna see if this motherboard's worth any money. Because if it's worth money, they would want it with the heatsink on it. So I'm gonna go check that right now. So I can't find any information on this motherboard. I can't find it for sale on eBay. It doesn't look to be in bad condition. It looks like it still works. So I'm actually not even going to take this heatsink off. I'm gonna leave that heatsink on, just in case it's gonna be put up for sale, because some of these boards are surprisingly worth a lot of money since they're not manufactured anymore, and some of these boards, these older boards, are implemented in like critical systems. So I'm gonna put all the fans together over here, and you know what, we might as well just take the power supply out, right? 4 screws. Yeah, bend those knees. I'm not making it home. There he is. There we is. We got an Allied 400 watt ATX power supply. Now, I don't know if this power supply is any good. It's a little rusty, and I'm not equipped right now to plug it in anywhere. We're in the middle of renovating right now, in the middle of moving right now, so. Oh, that breeze feels so good. I forgot what air feels like after being trapped in Subway for 32 years. Here we go. Power supply is in there, and now it's time for that, the front panel. So we can't remove these fans until I figure out what they're plugged into in the front panel. And here we are. Look at that, we have actual screws. We have actual hinges. This thing can hold up a door. So that's the DVD player, or CD player it looks like. We have a floppy drive, oh my god, a floppy drive. Power button, reset button, Spider used to live here. It has a lock, but this is the thing I was curious about. Because this is a fan controller, and I bet you can still use this thing. Back in the day, you could just control the fans manually. Can you believe it? Instead of trusting software and AI to control your fans. But how do we get this off? That's always your question to your wife, and that's my question to this fan controller. All right, that took me longer than I thought it would, but here we are. Here's the fan controller. It's an interesting little gizmo. I have no idea if it works. Judging by the bent, I swear that I got it like that. Probably doesn't work now, but it's gonna be recycled. So we're gonna add it over here. And now, we can remove all these fans finally, because these are also going to be recycled. These are all individual fans, by the way. They're just put together with zip ties. And that's it. Now the plastic, I don't know how they recycle that. I believe that just is some sort of way of doing that, but the aluminum, all the copper, all that stuff, that's going to be recycled. Oh. And here we are. So I just want to show you the blown up version. So this is everything that's going to be recycled out of this computer. The power supply, the fans, the cables, the fan controller, which is completely working, the RAM, the plastic's going to be scrapped, and the hard drive. So I think what they do is they trim the gold pins off of this, and the motherboard they'll probably be able to sell. So I'm just going to load everything up onto our dolly here. I'm not going to keep this case. Covered in God knows what. It's not worth it. I'm gonna be careful with the motherboard because this motherboard might actually be worth something, so I'm just gonna put it underneath everything else. With these power supplies, these older power supplies you have to be careful with because you don't know what they used in these things back in the day, what kind of chemicals they use. So these can still hold a charge, so if you're not careful and you accidentally drop it, see? Take my advice. It's dangerous. Good thing we have enough space for those. Okay, we're back. No one's around. I don't know where everybody is, but it's time for us to recycle properly. Well, does the power supply go in the power supply boards, or do the motherboards go there? Do we have any iron or aluminum? Oh, we got fans. the fans go here. That's one thing we know where to go. Geez, wireless router, scrap LCD, project. Oh, Jesus, this is too much. I don't know what to, maybe we'll just leave off here. We'll let Trident take care of the rest.
Thankfully, Trident was able to disassemble the rest of the case, strip the wires, and shred the drive, assuring nothing on this antique behemoth goes to waste.
What the fuck, dude? Piece of shit, I'm gonna fucking throw this down the free